Does your life feel out of your control right now? Does life feel unpredictable? Are you trying to figure out how you can be in more control? Well, King Solomon wrote wisdom for our lives that at first hearing sounds very strange. It's in Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 3 and 4, and he wrote this: If the clouds are full, they pour out rain upon the earth. And whether a tree falls toward the south or toward the north, wherever the tree falls, there it lies. He who watches the wind will not sow, and he who looks at the clouds will not reap. Verse 3 tells us that our world is full of both the predictable and the unpredictable. If you see dark clouds, it's going to rain. It's predictable. On the other hand, if you walk into a forest and see fallen trees, you find some fallen to the north and some to the south. In fact, they fall in every direction. It's random and unpredictable. What verse 4 reveals is that if a person spends all their time trying to figure all of this out, consumed with figuring out what is predictable, or consumed with figuring out what is unpredictable, like the wind and the weather, the problem is that in verse 4, you won't sow and reap. You won't actually do anything. And you'll miss out on enjoying the life you could have had, the life that God gives to all of us. For example, with the coronavirus. There are scientific realities, and to get the virus, you have to be exposed to someone else who is sick. So if you're a person consumed with the predictability of things, you could become consumed with thinking, if I take this precaution and this precaution, then I won't get sick. Or you might be a person who tends to think a lot about the unpredictability of life, and you might say to yourself, I could get the virus in some way no one has even thought about, so I need to do this and this to protect myself. The amazing thing about both of these ways of thinking, and sometimes we're a mix of both of them, is that either way of thinking can lead us to live with the illusion that we can take control of our lives to get what we want out of life. It's an illusion because only God can see the big picture. Only God knows when it's going to rain before any of us. Only God knows exactly how the wind will blow, the direction of every tree that is going to fall down before it even happens. When we live consumed with figuring everything out and controlling our lives, consumed with how this causes this, and I have to figure it all out so that I'm happy and healthy, or being consumed with what might happen, because the world's so unpredictable. So I have to take all of these precautions so that I can be happy and healthy. The problem we can all run into in verse 4 is that in trying to be in control of our lives, we end up missing out on the life God has for us today. We don't sow and reap. That's farming language for actually enjoying the blessings of life with God. If you spend all your time trying to control everything, constantly trying to learn how everything works or focusing on how nothing works, then you won't do anything. You don't live. So yes, there are predictable things, and there are many unpredictable things. It's fine and helpful to know about all those things. But in the end, you can't control your life. Your life is not yours to control anyway. Instead, enjoy God's blessings each day. Enjoy your friendships. Enjoy your work. Enjoy your family. Enjoy eating together. Enjoy talking together. Enjoy having fun together. And most of all, enjoy having Jesus in your life. Don't miss out on enjoying the life God gives because you're constantly trying to control